Hello, everyone, and welcome to Day Trade Options. Happy New Year to everyone. Um, Man, this year's starting off pretty good, pretty simple, easy trading this strategy. Today was pretty smooth. We didn't have the best price action, but did quite well. Hopefully, everybody else did well today. I hope everyone was green. Um, if you're interested in this strategy that I use each and every day, the link will be in the description down below. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. This is just a recap of today's trades. So I'm going to get right into it. Let me make sure everything's working. It looks like my volume's working. So here we go. My first trade of the day was NVIDIA, and I got into it heavy. I just liked what I had seen. I saw, there was a lot of everything just seemed to look bullish to me today. Nvidia wasn't the best mover by a large margin, but it was enough to meet my $1,000 quota uh, quite quickly. So I will show you why I got in, where I got out, and and then just go over all the different trades that I made today. So here we go. Gotta get my trades up on my other computer. Okay, so my first trade was on the second candle, which was right here on NVIDIA. That's when I got in. And I got in with literally right there. I saw this first candle come down. So at first I was like, okay, let's see what this does. If it gets below the 200, obviously it was a no trade to the upside. Then I would want to watch the rest of the market, see what else happened. But this went straight up, closed right here. I I wanted to get in as soon as I could, so I actually got in 30 contracts right here. This move alone almost put me to, I think I was close to like $900, I think, on this one move right to my red LRC line. So I scaled out 10. I took off 10 here. I entered with 30. I then had a pullback on this candle, and I then added, oh no, I'm sorry. I scaled out 10 more on this push before it came back down. So when this pushed up above the red LRC, I went ahead and scaled out 10 more. Because I wasn't real sure what was going to happen today, so I just wanted to lock in profit. And at that point, I had locked in a pretty good amount of profit. I had 10 contracts left. And then my next, I held until I held even through this because I love seeing the price action come down. Of course, I don't like it coming down at all, but I do like seeing when price action comes down or a price comes down and then it gets bought back up off of the 20 EMA. Honestly, that gives me confidence that the trend is going to continue up. I did not add here. A lot of times I would. I did not add. I still had 10 that I was holding. I did exit right here when this hit the 50. Right when it hit the, I'm sorry, when it hit 150, that was a target level that I had. So I exited 5. This took a little bit of time. If you go back and watch your own demand, it was like, and then it came up, and when it closed, I just got out right here, or I got out right here, right when this opened. I think I got out on this candle, but it could have been that one. In any event, I was up $1,130 on that trade overall. So great trade. Ended up with $1,130 on the overall trade. Fantastic. So of course, if you look at this, I could have just entered here above the 148. I don't have all my levels in here. Or above the 146 level. I could have just entered here and held as long as it didn't come back below the 146, but I was already extended from the 146 level, and I also hit my target of 150. My next entry, if I wanted to, and if trading this strategy, this would have been it right here. I would have waited for this push down, push up. This move, this would have been the candle I would have wanted to get, because this would have been my retest candle right there. I want to see a retest of the 150. So this would have been the best candle. Could you have front run it? Sure. Guys, if you front run a trade or want to take it as a breakout above a major level, just know and be disciplined. Know that your exit is if it gets back below it. Don't wait for, I mean, for me, when I do a breakout, I don't wait for closes. I don't, none of that junk, man. I have lost my rear before because I wanted to wait for a close, and then all of a sudden you just get this giant big death candle, right? That's kind of like this one, but here, and then you're at a massive loss. So for me, if you guys take this is just some, take it, maybe as advice, but however you want to take it, it's the way I trade. When I take breakouts, when I enter a breakout trade, I usually call out to the group, hey, I'm taking this as a breakout, so be careful. Short leash, I use that term a lot. Short leash, meaning if it comes back down, I'm out. I get out. I don't care if I take a loss, because I'll wait and see if it comes down, recovers, and then goes up, and then I'll just get back in. No big deal. So I'm not stressed out about it. I know how I'm trading. I know what I'm doing when I'm trading breakouts. But the best, actual, most probable trade would have been entering on this candle, because you got your move above the 150, you got your pullback to your 150, and then the buyers bought it back up. It closed above the yellow LRC, which is perfect. I'm on the 2 multiplier, by the way. If yours is not lining up, I'm on the 2 multiplier. I will show you what that is in a second. Anyway, that would have been a great entry, and then you had no reason to get out at all. You could have taken profit at the green, and this was your 2 reds below the 20 EMA. That's when I typically would exit a trade, and then I wait and see if it continues down or regains. In this case, it regained but didn't go anywhere above the green, so no more trades on that one. But anyway, this was a great trade. I didn't even have to get a whole lot to make a lot of money, but I did get in heavy though, so that did make a difference. I did get into an MSTR trade, and unfortunately, I got stopped out. I put in a manual stop, and man, I should just stop putting in manual stops, because I swear every time I do it, I get hosed, and I did today. So I did have a level at 356. I typically do not trade into the 20 and the 200. However, today I did. I liked what I saw here. I called this out. I was like, hey, man, if this could be a good bottom grab. And so I entered on this candle right here as it was crossing back over this structure. I really liked what I saw here. I was willing to take the risk and get out if it came back below the yellow. So the yellow LRC had became my stop out. So I also urge everyone in here, when you're trading, know your stops, know where your risk out is before you get into a trade. That's just so important. So I urge you to, before you ever take a trade, you must know where your absolute exit is. Okay? Of course, you can wait for a close or a move below. That depends on you, depends on your risk, depends on your trading strategy. I have several different, um, I'd say, strategies in the way that I exit or exit, take profits, but it all just kind of depends on a lot of parameters. It depends on the market. It depends on levels. It depends on price action at the level. It depends on where I'm at by the 200 or the 20. So there's a lot of different variables as to when I try to keep it consistent, but there's a lot of things that like show up that make a difference. And so I took an MSTR, I took it right here on this candle. I got in one, it moved up, it moved up. I was already up like $400. I think it was right here. I was up $400. So uh, I missed, I missed this. And so just think, I got in here, I was up 400 here. I would have been up another 800, easy 800, maybe 900 on that move up. But, and I only got in one contract. I think I got in at, I can't remember when I bought in. Oh, I think I bought in at like, my contract cost was $15.70 at the money. So I got in at 15.70 and I was already up like 19 to $20 right in here. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put a stop at 300. So, or, well, I'm putting a line there, but that doesn't. So I put a stop at 300. And as soon as I put my stop limit, it took it like instantly. So just kind of crazy. Price really wasn't around that. It did have a 30 to 35% bid ask. It had a 35% spread. But I just really didn't think that the price was close enough to that to take it, but it did. So I kind of got hosed. I could have had another $500 added on my day today possibly. But I did put it at 300 and I got exactly 300. So it stopped me out as soon as I put it in. But I entered here. I put in my stop after it was I think on this candle, and then it just took it. And of course I missed this entire huge move. So really good, a good easy trade, nothing that I was concerned about. What I noticed and what I watched was price went down, had buying pressure up above my yellow, had a green candle, another green candle. Usually that's when I would want to enter if I'm above the 20 and the 200. But then I noticed, okay, we had a rejection of the red. It came back down to the yellow, and the buying pressure showed me right there. That's what pointed it out. It's like, okay, this is going to go. So that's when I bought in. That's why I bought one. I went for it, and it worked out perfectly. So kind of an easy trade. No, no, I didn't even have to look back. I didn't even have to really worry about the price action. All I had to worry about was the dang uh, stop out. But it got me, and it is what it is. So I move on. I did get a. I wasn't going to trade anymore. I say this all the time. I know it's just kind of silly, but I usually once I hit meet my quota, so I was up over my quota by approximately $400. So I had about $1,430 at this point profit today in just two trades. But I decided to get into some SPX calls and puts towards the end of the day. Um, so I did get in. Let's see where it was. Okay, right here. Okay, so we had this consolidation uh, at this level right here. Let me do that again. There we go. We had this consolidation. I had a push up. I took, I entered SPX calls right here. I missed this early move. I really wanted to get this move, so I would have been in profit really, really well. This one wasn't I didn't profit the most off of this because I entered here. I don't know exactly where on this candle I ended up getting um, getting in. But anyway, I entered in a call there. I um, I think I had more than one. I entered in two calls. I scaled out one. Oh, that's right, because I added. That's on this one. Okay, so I entered in here. I scaled out one on this push here. I then re-entered one on this push back up, which honestly, I was actually above my level, and that's probably why I didn't profit as much on this. And then I scaled out one on this push up on this candle. Right here, it came down. I had a push up, and before it came down and closed, I scaled out. And then when this pushed up above the 598, I decided to go ahead and take the last one off. So I ended up with only, I say only, I mean it's a good amount of money. It was $227 on that trade. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the cleanest. It was very choppy back and forth. You know, sometimes that happens. I did have a decent trade over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I made a quick profit on a really good drop. So I told the Discord I was actually playing PUBG with a good friend of mine. So we were playing PUBG, and of course, when I'm playing or when I'm working, when I'm doing something, I almost always have my upper grids, my 24 charts open and running, so I can always just glance up. So we were in the middle of a game, and I look up and I'm like, ooh, watch this 596, guys. And so I put that in the Discord. I was like, hey, keep an eye on 596. If you get below 596, that's an entry. Um, I actually didn't get to enter here, which may have caused me to FOMO out, honestly. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get in this one. This would have been my actual entry because I got below. But usually, I like a break and then a retest and then a push down. And that's kind of what happened by accident. I didn't notice it, but if you look, you get this push down, it comes back up above, but then you come back down and break here. Well, the funny part is that right there is exactly um, where I entered put. One SPX put is all I bought here, and then it dropped. And as it was dropping, I just took profit. I think I ended up making $375 on just an extremely quick move. Boom. So I just took profit, 375, 370. I think I wrote it as 375, but it was like maybe 76, 77 or whatever. But anyway, super easy. If you guys are paying attention, just look for consolidation and trade the drops below or above your consolidation. Most importantly, trade them with the direction, right? If you're below the 200 and the 20, then trade your break to the downside. If you are trading consolidation and it breaks here, that would not make any sense. Don't be dumb. Pay attention to your levels. Levels matter. So if this is consolidating through here, and then, because what I always tell the guys, or the team, is draw a box around your consolidation and then trade it whichever side it goes out of. The only downside here is you don't trade it to the upside if you're literally trading into a major level. That makes zero sense. All you're doing is causing yourself to lose money and to get smacked, okay? Be really smart. If you're below a major level, you're only going to take your consolidation if it breaks below your box, all right, or your bottom line. So just be really smart with that. Don't FOMO in, FOMO out, trying to catch everything. Because if you had drawn this box and it broke here and then you got smacked, that's all on you. You can't make those type of decisions. That's not smart. But this was a nice, good, clean trade. Took that, got that really quick. But then, we were in another game. We were playing. I don't even think I had told Goody that I was trading at all. Um, and he actually trades in the server too, with us in the Discord server. So I had then got into a trade right here. So I saw this moving here. It broke down, and I wanted to take a trade breaking what I call structure. Basically, this low right here, where it pushed back up. Once it went back below it, that's why um, I entered four puts right here. I did not trade this very well, guys. So part of it was being, I was in a game, but the other part was, so I don't urge anyone to do that at all. That's really was silly, but it just seemed like a really easy trade. Um, so I got in four, and then the I wanted to I want let me see. I think it was the red LRC. No, I don't see my other LRC, but so when it came down, I sold two. I'm trying to figure out where I sold them. Oh, I didn't sell here, guys. I was up a lot on this push, like $4,000. I didn't sell, and that was just so stupid. I got greedy, so I held, and I think I was typing in the Discord, letting everyone know where I was at with the trade. And I believe it was like right here I sold two. And so I was still in profit pretty good, but nowhere near as good as I was. So then it just kind of went sideways and never got back below the red LRC. That's what I wanted to see it get below. It never did. So at this level right here, I decided to scale all. I did get this good push right here. I scaled out as soon as it came down to the red LRC. So I scaled out one more. I was holding one more, and I literally exited on this trade right at that. I think it was exactly right there, is where I exited the whole position. I ended up making $1,615 overall. But wow, what a mess up. I was literally close to $4,000 right here, but I let it get away from me. I got greedy. I wanted to see it come up. I didn't mind a green going up, but it just kept going up. So of course, I gave back. I think I told the group I gave back 1,000. I think I gave back like 1,500 by the time it kept going up. So kind of a bummer, or maybe more, like 2,000, because I was up almost four. But anyway, I gave back way too much. I should have just exited right here, all four, and been super happy. So this one trade, I could have been up 4,000, and I made like 2,200 on my entire day, including this trade. So yuck, just mistakes were made. That happens. It's part of trading. I shouldn't have been playing or trading while I was playing, but um, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And anyway, it was kind of more of a bonus to add to my day. So anyway, I definitely don't urge anyone to to do any of that. But that was all of my trades today. I didn't take any other trades. I was just looking to see if there were some others. I had several stocks loaded. TSM was one I was looking at today. Let's look at what happened with that. It didn't really have great price action either. It did come down to the red LRC and the 200 push back up. I would not have taken this until I probably would have attempted getting in here, and that would have been a tough hold, but there's no reason to get out. So could have been a great trade. If you guys aren't familiar with the way I trade the 20, the 200, and the LRC, this is a really good example of how you have to have conviction to hold and trust it. And if you haven't traded this strategy enough, I understand, it's you can't have that trust and conviction until you've traded it enough to where you're like, okay, I can trust what's going on here. And then you just, if it doesn't work, you take your loss. But you see this hit right here. That's huge. It hit here again, pushed up, came down, didn't get to it, came down, stopped, came down below, bought back up here, came down, closed, went all the way up, but closed here. So it's kind of like trying to mess with you, right? But now we're moving up, back down, closes here, back up, closes above. So a lot of times I will take this trade as soon as if you get a green above the 20 EMA, and and it moves above. I don't look for a close. I don't necessarily have to have a green candle. Of course, this was a green candle for a few seconds, right? Because it opened here and went up. So it had to be a green candle at some point. So I look for green just moving over the close of my green, and that's where I enter. It comes back and closes. Now, if I got another candle that closed below, I would have exited the trade. However, I didn't. I got another candle that pushed up, came back down, got one more candle closed below. I didn't get a second candle closing below. So that's I would I would hold this. Of course, these would make you scare you out, right? But if you follow this strategy, more times than not, you're going to end up on the good side. I would say probably 90% of the time. Maybe it's not that high of a percentage, but I feel like it's super high percentage that you end up on the correct side of the trade if you trust the level. And if, for instance, say this came down and then you had another red here, then you exit and you're out. You take your loss. Your loss is from here to here. That's not too bad. Honestly, that's a decent stop out, not a big loss. Then you wait for the next setup. But in this case, you never had any reason at all to get out if you had got in where I would normally get in. It looked pretty crappy. It pushed back up off of the cyan. That looked like that was going to be resistance. Came back down, but then you had buying power, buying power, buying power. Stayed above the 20 EMA. Boom. Candle pushes up, finally closes above the cyan, and look what happens. Up, uses the cyan now as support. Boom, straight up to the red, holds at the red, comes back down, retests. I would have exited right there. I would have scaled out most all of it at the red if I was in the trade and held runners. And then I would have exited everything here and then watched and see what happened. And you have no candle went above the next candle, and it would have been this candle. You have a green here. Probably this would have been my entry because this one didn't get above that one, but this one got above that one. That would have been my re-entry. Not the greatest trade. Would have made a small amount of profit, not a lot, but that's just the way I trade it. Sometimes once I've already made enough money, I just move on anyway. I'm not that concerned with trying to hit everything. I want to hit the best ones I can. Do I always get the best ones? No. Heck, I wish. Definitely don't always get them. Do I trade BTC? Daniel, sorry I didn't see that. I don't know how long that's been there. Um, you're talking about Bitcoin? I don't trade Bitcoin, but I trade coin. Um, I trade coin sometimes with Bitcoin, and today coin was awesome, man. Look at coin today with this strategy. I actually had a. Oh wait, that was the other day. Oh no, that is today. Check this out. I wish I had got in coin today. Absolute perfection. Look at this. So easy trading the strategy. So you had your 20, your 200. You have your 273 is a level that I have for Bitcoin or for coin, and 290. So 273 to 290, I would have hit my target. And in between, you can see what makes this one so special is the hold of the yellow and the 273. I talked to the group about this one today, but I just missed it. I didn't get in it, and by the time it was I saw it because I was in the other trades, it was already running. Uh, could have got back in right here, a re-entry off of the yellow. Wouldn't have got as much, but you still could have got it. Would have got caught up in some chop, but still could have hit the target level. But this would have been absolutely, if you're interested in trading, this strategy, the this is where as soon as that crosses over the 200, coming up off the yellow, crosses over 200 and the 20, I would have entered this candle right here. And then there would have been no reason to get out. I probably would have added on this push down, and then I close back above. I absolutely almost always add when I see that happen. That just gives me more conviction that it's going to be or confidence that it's going to continue up. And this thing just went straight up. It was so nice. Could have scaled out a little, lock in profit. Could have added here if you were already in it, scaled out again, held. Just hold until you hit the 290, exit all, and then just see what happens, and that's how I would have traded that. Um, but yeah, I don't trade, I don't trade Bitcoin per se. I trade coin. I trade other. We've been watching Mara with the group a little bit. I haven't traded it in a while, but I think Mara may have hit some levels today. Oh yeah, it looked good too. Look at that. Oh wait, yes, that was Friday. I think. Yeah, that was Friday. Oof, no, Mara looked rough. Mara looked ugly today. So no go on Mara. Um, but look how it respects the LRC levels, man. This is just so incredible. I've been trading this for almost a year now, and it never ceases to amaze me how good these LRC levels work for trading. It's unbelievable. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. You don't have to come and join the group. I have a whole use think script thread that's pretty in depth. Shows a lot of my trades, a lot of questions, answers. Has all of my my workspace. And if you want the workspace and my indicators, everything that I use, it's also in my Discord. If you're welcome to come in and grab whatever you would like to use. It's all free. So um, anyhow, I think I'm pretty much done today. Hopefully that answered your question, Daniel. Yeah, no, I don't trade Bitcoin. I wish I had started, but I just didn't. I've always just traded traded options. But man, Bitcoin was beautiful today too. I do put levels on it because I want to watch what Bitcoin is doing when I'm trading MSTR or some of the other, stocks that are affected by Bitcoin. So anyhow, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great night. I hope everyone had a great day trading. Once again, if you have questions about this strategy, it's super, super simple for the most part. You do need to understand price action. You need to understand, how important support resistance levels are. You need to understand how price action reacts with those levels. But outside of that, once you have that, man, this is it's been the best strategy I've ever used for several years of trading. I just can't say enough about it. It's incredible. It's changed my trading career, trading life. It's so good, and it's changing a lot of others as well. There's the guys in our group and girls in our group. They're starting to. Some of them are already probably better than I am at trading it. And others are just getting better and better every day, and it's just awesome, man. It's awesome. So, anyhow, if you guys are interested, the link to the Discord will be in the description down below. I trade live every single day. Um, and I call out my trades. I let you know what I'm looking at. I call out all the trades I see that are setting up with the LRC strategy. Um, so I do that for a good part. Most days I'm done by about 11:30 or 12. I do stay longer if needed, but for the most part, we have already met our quota by like 10 o'clock, 10:30 almost every single day. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a great evening. Once again, I hope you've had a good start of the year trading, and let's make this one heck of a year. I'm looking forward to it each and every day, and just it's been great so far. So I hope to keep it going. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for coming by. Peace.